Okay, here we go with two very easy to apply snare drum accent patterns. I will break down the train beat and the clave, the 3-2 clave accent pattern in this video. Your right hand is going to be doing a majority of the work in this. Left hand pretty much gets to chill and practice taps. There's a few upstrokes and downstrokes in the clave pattern, but in the train pattern, there is literally only taps in the left hand, so you get to practice keeping really low stick height on your tap at 1 inch. I'm going to practice that today too to try to demonstrate that. And then your right hand is going to be doing only upstrokes and downstrokes. So this is a good warm-up pattern, and this applies a lot of like bluegrass songs. You can use it in solos. It's just a great accent pattern to know and to start out with. So we will start by breaking that one down, the train beat, and then we'll move to the clave, which is a little more fun and more like a second line New Orleans kind of groove. It's also in a lot of tons of Latin music, African music, things like that. So starting with the train beat, your stroke types are as follows. Your right hand alternates up and down strokes, while your left hand plays taps. So I've got my metronome set on a very slow, easy 30 beats per minute, and it is going to be subdividing 16th notes. So you count 16th notes, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. The only accent is on the and of each beat. And it's crawling along at 30 beats per minute, and we're going to count 16th notes. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. And as I said, your right hand alternates up and down strokes. Your left hand is only doing taps, so the pattern looks something like this. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. Now I would recommend also doing this left hand lead. So we're working on ups and down strokes with our left hand while our right hand plays the taps. That will look like this. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. And again, we're trying to keep those taps very low, keep the downstrokes very accented, very loud, a good punch to those. So we are going to play the train beat at 30 beats per minute for 1 minute, starting now. 2, ready, and go. And 1, 2, and 2, and and 4, and 1, and 2, and 1, and. Awesome. Okay, now we are moving on to the 3-2 Son Clave accent pattern. This is a great pattern to apply in second line drumming if you're playing some New Orleans style grooves. Also in any kind of Latin American or African music, you will hear these clave patterns a lot, which is. And we're going to apply that under a 16th note grid. So this is a 1-bar, 16-note pattern. Put the stroke types for this entire pattern in the description so you can reference that. I would recommend writing that down so you can have a visual reference as you practice it. All right, so we're just going to go through the 16 stroke types all in a row for this measure very slowly so you can get that. and then we'll apply it at the 30 BPM tempo, playing 16th notes for 1 minute. Another huge recommendation I'm going to make for this specific pattern: count out loud. It will really help your brain reference where the accents fit into the 16th note grid. So counting out loud is going to be very helpful. So we will definitely be doing that as well. So the stroke types go a little something like this for the 3-2 Son Clave accent pattern. You're going to start with your right hand up, your left hand down. You're going to play a downstroke, an upstroke, a tap, another downstroke, an upstroke, a tap. Then you're going to play a downstroke, a tap, an upstroke, a tap, a natural stroke, a tap, a downstroke, a tap, an upstroke, a tap, and then our downstroke on 1. Okay, so I know that's a lot to follow along. It's going to take a little while to maybe memorize that, but again, write it down, have the visual reference so you can follow along. As we get faster, you will see that this really comes together and really turns into a groove. So it's hard to do it when it's really, really slow and you're just going stroke by stroke, but eventually you will see that. But feel free to go back and reference what I just played when you're first starting out. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so you can see. Again, right hand up, left hand down. So you can see your right hand's doing a lot of work in this one. A lot of downstrokes, a lot of upstrokes, even got that natural and then the downstroke. Okay, so we should practice that really quick. So starting on beat 3, we're gonna practice 3E and 4E and like this. Upstroke, tap, natural stroke, tap, downstroke, tap, upstroke, tap. All right. So starting from the beginning, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Now we're going to do it for 1 minute, and then hopefully you'll have this under your hands. Remember, again, taps, upstrokes, very low. Natural strokes, downstrokes, very loud. Big difference in dynamics, especially at slow tempos. Try to train your muscles to play very, very quiet taps and very loud downstrokes and natural strokes. So I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute, and we're going to play this accent pattern at 30 beats per minute. 2 E and ready and go and. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 E. 1 So I'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit just as a bonus. So as you start to get it familiar, you can hear what it sounds like a little bit faster. So I'm going to put this on 60 beats per minute now. We'll play this for 1 minute as well. 2 E and ready and go E and 1 E and once you're able to speed this up a lot, it gets to sounding... Throw some rolls in there. You can do all kinds of cool stuff once you get more advanced with it. So best of luck on your journey working on this, and make sure to write down those stroke types and put them on a piece of paper so you can reference those as you're going through your muscle memory.